Well, America, we can all relax. Our national nightmare is over. Our children are safe because James Gunn has been officially double fired from Disney now. And after a lot of critical examination, Disney has decided that they're not going to go back and edit out all the things that James Gunn has made, but they are going to quietly bury them by not marketing them so much. Guardians 3 is probably not going to happen, and Infinity War Part 2 is going into rewrites and reshoots as we speak to make some adjustments to make sure that going forward, Marvel's next phase 4, I believe, is going to be very wholesome and family friendly. And I will say, after going back and looking over James Gunn's materials, it's really amazing that he had gotten as far as he had without people noticing what he was doing. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, he has Yondu kidnap a young Peter Quill to raise him as a cabin boy on a space pirate vessel. And as anyone who knows anything about the history of pirates and their sexual proclivities, why, poor young Peter Quill was probably being passed around that ship like a human fleshlight. And it's probably why, as an adult, he overcompensates by trying to fuck every girl he comes across and tries way too hard constantly with Gamora. And speaking of Gamora, James Gunn had a lot of story input on the first Infinity War. And as we can clearly see now in those scenes where Thanos is picking Gamora up as a young child so he could raise her, well, I think we all know how she was really being raised on the tip of his gigantic Thanos penis. Same thing with Nebula. And that's why Gamora is so torn about Peter Quill. Because, yeah, she likes him, and he's charming and all that. But after being trained by something as large as Thanos, there's no way that Peter Quill could ever satisfy her. Now, it's a good thing that they've all been erased from the timeline and won't have to be dealt with. It's an easy way to let Dave Bautista out of his contract now without him having to quit because, well, Drax has been erased. And really, that's another probably a good thing. I think James Gunn was using Drax to try to convince young children to become gay because he's just constantly running around shirtless in leather pants. I mean, come on. It's a clear message. So anyway, though, I managed to do some digging and get some actual rumors, some stuff that's going to be going on with Phase 4 of Marvel. Besides the Infinity War 4 reshoots, there's also going to be doing some minor reshoots for Captain Marvel before it comes out. Basically, some costume adjustments. They're going to want to make sure that Captain Marvel's outfit has the shoes off, and they're going to put one of those fake pregnancy belly things underneath so she'll look barefoot and pregnant the whole movie. That way, you know it's going to be perfectly fine with our upstanding, family-friendly customer base. And from what I gather, the way they're going to write it up is that the Thanos snap was actually the rapture from the Bible. And that's why everyone's gone. They've been raptured away. And so one of the first things we're going to find out at the beginning of Infinity War 4 is Captain America is going to reveal that he's actually been Jesus Christ in disguise this whole time. It's the only thing that explains his patriotism, his purity of character, and his badass strength and powers. We're also going to have Doctor Strange come back, except he's going to rebrand himself as Joseph with the Technicolor coat. Thor's going to get phased out, and they're going to replace him with Samson. They're going to have Black Widow become a nun, and she's not going to be able to be Black Widow anymore because now she's going to be married to God. So I think they're just going to call her like the White Bride or something. And since she's a Russian, her whole job in her movie is going to be she's going to spend the entire time on Facebook spreading fake news to help Trump get reelected in 2020. Let's see. Is there anything else? The Wasp is going to be barefoot in Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, which is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp and the larva. She's going to be raising kids while he gets a job. I guess that's about it for now. These are all stunning and brave developments. It's just really heartening to see that Marvel is really getting its act together to commit to having real, true, family-friendly content in the products they're putting out to our beloved, innocent children. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, because since James Gunn was so essential to the story crafting of Marvel, and because of all the guilt by association of everyone who worked with them, there's probably going to be more firings to come. But they are bringing in a new story group that's being led by Mel Gibson and Kevin Sorbo. And don't worry, they're gonna put their thinking caps together and they're gonna Jesus the fuck out of this thing.